Coming up next, on the spot, are the Nintendog days of summer leaving you panting? Well, the good folks at EA are stopping by to cool you off with a run down the snowy slopes of SSX On Tour. Also on the show, Brian Ekberg lights the lamp in NHL 2K6, Greg Kasavin is in command of Advance Wars Dual Strike, Ricardo Torres will take you back with Capcom Classics Collection, and yes, Bethany Massimilla will be here to play Nintendogs. Nintendog days of summer, get it? We're live and on the spot. Hello everyone, welcome to On the Spot. I'm your host, Rich Gallup. I gotta tell you, whoever comes up with those intros, very witty.
I'm glad that you said it at the end again, because I didn't get it the first time.
So, Nintendog Days of Summer, I'll just say a third time.
It just keeps getting better. It's just funnier and funnier every time.
I looked it up. Technically, depends on who you ask. The Dog Days of Summer may already be over, or they may be extending all the way through September. Depends on how narrow your definition of the dog days are.
Well, when it comes to Nintendogs, you got to give you a little bit of a leash.
Exactly. And later on the show today, Bethany Massimilla, who reviewed Nintendogs, will be here on the show playing. We have so many great demos today, Ryan Davis.
Ton of demos today.
Let's run them down, shall we?
We got SSX On Tour.
SSX On Tour. We got Greg Kasavin playing
Advance Wars Dual Strike.
That's the one.
Yeah.
You and Jeff are going to play Capcom Classics Collection.
That's right.
And of course, Steve Anthony makes his return to On the Spot. He came up here. We saw him in Redwood City recently.
That's right.
He's here momentarily. He'll be sitting in the chair you're in, playing SSX On Tour. So
Fantastic.
if you have questions about SSX On Tour, send them in right now.
GameSpot Complete members.
GameSpot Complete members. How do they do it, Ryan?
You fill in the form below. If you don't see the form, you're not GameSpot Complete, and so too bad.
Yeah,
no questions.
It's just how it works.
That's the way it is. Way of the world.
You got to sign up. All right. So hey, Ryan, are you here today?
I am.
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, you got Greg with you. Hey, what's up, Greg? Hey, Ryan. Ryan, I don't know if you heard, but there's some sad news going on in the city of San Francisco right now.
I heard.
What you want to break it down for us so I don't have to say it and start crying on camera?
So basically, it's not going to snow in San Francisco, right?
It is not going to snow in San Francisco. Ryan Davis,
I've got the paper.
Right
there you go.
City officials
Officials
melt.
melt.
Street, ski jump plans.
They've killed it. Johnny Mosley will not be having his 30th birthday celebration in San Francisco. There will not be the awesome ski jump, and it will not snow in San Francisco. So that's just another dream for me to keep on having.
They say there's still a chance. The hope is still alive. The company putting together Icer is working with Gavin Newsom, the man in our pre-roll, who will be removed from the pre-roll before the show if this doesn't happen. I'm putting that out there.
This aggression will not stand.
This aggression will not stand. Ryan, you got anything else coming up for us today? We're going to be talking about, or?
We got all kinds of stuff. Obviously, me and Greg are going to be playing the Advance Wars stuff. Later on, we're going to be talking more. Did you see G4 last night?
Yeah.
Did you see us on G4?
Oh, you guys are so good.
Damn.
I was extremely jealous. You guys are awesome. We'll be talking about that. We'll get Jeff on here. We'll have Bethany on here. Everyone except Carrie, I guess, is going to hit the show today. And we'll talk about some G4. It'll be cool.
We should ask Carrie to come on by.
Yeah, maybe we'll see what we can do. But right now, though, let's start talking about zombies.
Always ready to talk about zombies, Rich. You know that.
It's hard for me to talk about zombies because one of my actual phobias in life: heights, small places, needles, and zombies.
Yeah, you really do not like zombies at all. So I have to say, brave of you to sit here and talk about zombies openly.
There's a really great game that's coming out around Halloween, I do believe. It's called Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse. And we had an interview recently.
We did.
On the game. And let's check it out right now. We'll be back with Steve Anthony with SSX On Tour. Check it out.
Stubbs is being developed by Wide Load Studios. It's being produced and published by Spire Media Incorporated. And today what we looked at was the city post Stubbs and his impact, and you got to see the wreck that Punch Bowl has become. I think you might have already seen that in Holy Flatulence. That's where Stubbs unleashes basically a gas attack to eat parts. It's so strong that it overwhelms all of his enemies, making them completely vulnerable to attack. We also showed off the gut grenade, which is actually an internal organ that he rips from his stomach and hurls at his enemies. You can also choose to detonate that at your time of choosing. You also got to take a look at the hand. We rip off the hand of Stubbs, and he can throw that. And you can use the hand as a scouting and reconnoitering kind of tool, but you can also use the hand to possess people. And possession is one of the core gameplay items that we love to talk about in Stubbs. And then beyond that, we also have the head. And Stubbs now can rip off his head and, like a bowling ball, bowl it. Now, as the head is rolling, it's emitting a gas, a vomit, if you will, that is hitting his enemies. And so the idea here is, as you're bowling and moving the head around, you're trying to infect as many enemies as possible, and then at the very end of that, you can detonate the head and cause a massive explosion that will kill everyone within the radius of it. Well, right now, eating brains does serve two purposes. One is to heal the character. So if I'm taking damage as Stubbs, I can eat someone's brain and gain a little health from that. But also at the same time, as you eat brains and gain health, you also gain your power-ups back. So many of the items that you get to use as a player in the game, it's kind of a once only. And then you have to regenerate that item so that you can use it again. And you regenerate that by eating brains. In addition to that, depending on where you're standing, when you eat someone's brains, we treat you with a variety of different brain-eating animations. You know, from the back, the side, from behind. As long as an enemy doesn't see you, you can instantly kill them just by eating their brains. So something I love to do personally is have my zombie horde attacking a bunch of cops. And I'll move around to the side and actually flank them. And as my zombie horde pushes the cops back and they're firing, backing up toward me, I can just sneak up behind and eat anyone's brains I'd like to.
And here we are. Perfect. Hey, welcome. Ryan Davis has been changed for Steve Anthony. Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
All right, good. Steve is producer for SSX On Tour. You're visiting us from EA Canada, which is based in where?
Vancouver, BC.
Vancouver, BC. Now, do you guys have events in Vancouver where you get to, ski jump in the streets of downtown?
We don't actually. No, we have to wait till the winter. So the event down here was pretty cool idea. So we were excited about the idea, and unfortunately, I guess it's not going ahead right now. So
we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We know SSX On Tour was involved as a sponsor. Gavin Newsom, I know you're watching. Make it happen. Make it happen. But right now, enough talking. Let's play some SSX On Tour, shall we?
For sure. Yeah. So we're basically back again. Showing a bit more of the career mode. Last time we talked about the skiing. This time we're going to go in and demo some of the boarding for you and
cool.
Show you some more of the events. And I think you and I are going to go head to head and check it out. So
I can't wait to get destroyed by you. It's going to be great.
The questions are pouring in, by the way, so when you guys want me to, let me know. And
cool. I think I'm going to go through them, and then, yeah, that would be great. Now, what are we doing right here?
So this mission, basically what you're going to do is it's one of those shreds, and we're going through and we're going to be doing some hand plants. So, basically teaching the user how to do hand plants. Big rail park at night with lots of opportunities for the rider, basically, kind of get in there and learn how to pull off some cool hand plants and tons of rails for this.
So how are you pulling off the hand plant right now?
Basically, just on the circle button, you can hold it, balance, and then flip out, get back onto the rail. So there's a couple different dynamics you can do with the hand plants.
Cool.
Kind of travel down the track. Lots of opportunities, again, to kind of transfer from a hand plant to a rail and then back onto another rail. So
what part of the mountain are we on right now?
We are up on the West Resort right now at night.
Nice.
So, four different resorts, parts of the resort, all different visual styles, obviously, different times of day, and all different variety of gameplay. So this very rail-based track right here, you get up to the mogul fields and a bit more of the northern North Peak tracks, and down at the resort itself, it's more beginner tracks, so flatter and
nice. So right now we're seeing this is the nighttime environment, I'm guessing.
This is nighttime environment, yeah, and all the tracks will have a variety of tracks will have night and day, and then of course there's layered weather on top of them.
That's right.
So each track can be very different from one another.
Cool. And the S right there means
the
S with the little wings that we just saw flapping by right there?
Money collectible. So basically, you're going to be going through your career kind of buying new equipment, new clothing, and so throughout each track there's a variety of different places where you can find it by exploring the mountain.
Cool. Now, who are you riding as right now?
This is my one of my creative characters right now.
So this is Steve.
So yeah, this is me.
There's a snowcat right there. That was cool.
Yeah, you can actually use those to jump up in the air. So pretty cool as you dynamically kind of come up the track. You hit them and they'll launch you up into the air.
And again, there's the great graphic effects that are unique to this game.
Yeah. So the instant win for the shreds again. So you get your hype awarded and back out to the map screen where you'll be able to pick a variety of different events.
And you have your unicorn with your double neck guitar.
Yeah, of course, the unicorn's always there. This is the leaderboard, kind of tracking your progress. You start off as below 200 and basically break onto the leaderboard. I've made it up to, it looks like 188 there, so
nice.
Slowly climbing my way to number one.
Cool. And how many points did you get right there for doing that?
I didn't actually watch, but it looked like 2 or 3 spots I climbed there.
Nice.
So
cool.
So we'll show you one of the medal events quickly, and then we'll back out, I guess, and we'll show you some of the multiplayer stuff.
Great. So now a medal event, obviously. Now, does that mean it's a race? Does that mean it's
this is going back to this is more like the old SSX events of the past. So it's you against 7 other riders. More of a sanctioned event, whereas the course is relatively open. These are kind of closed circuit. There's no other riders or tourists on the mountain. You're basically going up against these competitors in the event.
So no learn to ski kids and get.
No, you don't have to worry about knocking them down or them knocking you down.
I think that's my favorite part of the game I've seen so far.
Yeah,
coming up on a little posse of kids.
It's very cool, yeah, and they'll kind of chatter and cry for their mom as you hit them down. So.
And the race is featuring, as you said, both skiers and snowboarders?
Yeah, we'll have both in the events, so you're basically going kind of multi-disciplined events, head-to-head.
Nice. So how long could you actually, is there an average length to each race, would you say? Are there some really quick ones? Or
We've really got both, yeah. So what we've found basically is the shred events typically at the start of your career will be relatively quick events, lasting anywhere from a minute to probably 3 is about the longest, but as your career progresses, both the medal and shreds get quite long. So there's certain events that take 15 minutes to play through because it's a multi-heat race over several different tracks. So there's something for everything, which you'll see in the multiplayer too. So basically, go in there, and if you and your buddy just want a quick race, you can definitely do that. If you want a bit of a longer experience, you can go for the longer ones.
Great. Now, I love the snowboarding culture. I love watching snowboarding. I can't snowboard to save my life. One part that's I've always found so entertaining are the names for the moves. And I'm seeing them appear on the left side of the screen.
Yeah.
It looks like you've done a little, and are there more moves this year?
There are some more moves. Primarily what we did was we built out all the skiing stuff, so all that stuff is brand new. Obviously. On the snowboarding side, we kept our base tricks, but we expanded out on the monster tricks and basically created those from scratch, replacing the old Uber tricks from the past. So you'll see a bunch of names you might not recognize there.
I hardly recognize the name, but they're great names. And the repeat graphic that I see pop in up here, that's new too, right?
Yeah, so basically if you try and pull the same trick twice in a row, we basically have the points, and we'll let you know pretty bluntly that you're not getting as many points for that.
Cool. Now I believe our man Ryan McDonald's standing by with some questions. Ryan, what you got?
I've got a whole bunch of questions. This one comes in from Alan Dinarine. I'm going to try it. This is a crazy name. It's got 4 S's in the name.
Okay.
Mississauga, Ontario, the show me state of Canada, apparently, according to Alan.
Mississauga.
Mississauga, thank you. The question is, I have SSX3 for the PlayStation 2, and I love the 30-minute race at the end. Can I look forward to more of this streaming technology on SSX On Tour?
Definitely. So actually the part of the track I'm going through right now is actually one of what we used to have in SSX3, a spoke. Because we've gone to the full streaming, we basically can keep the gameplay continuous top to bottom. So you can, in fact, ride from top to bottom on the mountain, and you'll never notice that we're actually, whereas last year we were loading up a track, it's really just seamless this year. So I just went into a new track, but you never know where the old one ended. So it's really allowed us to kind of offer a whole lot more in terms of continuous gameplay. Last year we had the novelty of riding down all the way from top to bottom, but the gameplay wasn't really there to go with it.
Speaking of gameplay, John Jezera out of Dublin, Ireland wants to know, are there any unique gameplay elements that make it stand out from the previous SSX games?
I think there's a couple things. So I think our track design is the best we've ever had. I think the addition of the monster tricks down to the trick stick has really allowed the user to control when they pull it off. And I think obviously the addition of skiing is huge. It's a whole new way to play through the game for fans of the franchise. Different skill set. It's a little bit tougher as skiing because you got the 2 planks as opposed to the 1. So you kind of have to relearn how you go about doing the combos and pulling off the tricks, and rework your timing on the skiing side. That
actually ties into this question that Kevin van der Leer had out of Belgium. What's the main difference between the snowboarding and skiing aspect of the game? Is there a difference in the steering or stick mechanics?
Yeah, so I think the boarders have a little bit better trick skill, whereas the skiers themselves have a bit better edging and speed skills. So depending on where you're taking them, you might want to take a skier into a race and take a boarder if you're kind of more of a trick type guy. So there's definitely little subtle differences, but we want to keep them relatively similar so that you can always play head to head against your buddy, and both of you can compete, whether you like a skier or a boarder.
This is just like the best sequence of transitions we've ever had. Speaking of head to head, all right, you just did your race, busted out monster trick after monster trick while answering questions. I want in.
You want in? All right, yeah.
It's been a bit since I played SSX3.
We're gonna back out,
and you're probably going to destroy me. But the kids need to see the multiplayer, and I'm here to take that bullet for them.
Definitely. So yeah, we've got a big selection in multiplayer this year, a lot more than we've ever had. So you'll start off your career unlocking Mac, Kaori, Elise, and one of our new characters, which is Sid. So
Nice.
I don't know who you're going to go
I'll
with.
be Sid.
You're going to go Sid?
No, you can be Sid.
All right, I'll go
We'll
with
make
Sid.
Sid look good.
Cool.
I'll be Mac, I guess.
Well, you guys are picking
Oh
that.
no, Nate's here. I'll be Nate.
Yeah,
Who am I kidding?
yeah, Nate too, yeah.
Thomas Bly out of Wimberley, Texas wants to know, so you got a pretty killer soundtrack for SSX. However, he's not big into some of the music on there. Will he be able to turn off some of the songs that he doesn't like and just have a custom soundtrack? And will the Xbox version allow you to have your own custom soundtrack?
Yeah, for sure. All the versions are going to allow you to customize your playlist. So, if the type of music that you might find isn't what you like, then you can definitely turn on and off certain songs. So some people always find that one song kind of annoys them or another. So we allow you to go in and customize that, as well as creating your own playlist.
Cool deal.
Nice. Let's play, shall
All right,
we? Now,
so-
what are we doing here?
So basically, we're on the mountain, and these are each of the various areas within the game, and we can basically select on one and kind of pick out an event. We'll go find one that's got a little bit of gameplay to it here. So we'll go for the slope style here.
Okay.
And basically, so as you go through your career, you'll unlock more and more of the quick play or multiplayer experience on the map screen. So as you go back, you'll see exactly your list of events, and they'll kind of build out. And like I was saying, there'll be the short events and there'll be the longer events. So
Nice. And all right, I'm on the right. All right. Now I've not played, as I said, SSX3 in quite some time. I'm keeping it simple right there. Honest. So now, should I be going for style here, or should I just be trying to get to the bottom of the mountain first?
you should just be trying to straight out outscore me here in this event.
Oh, outscore you?
Yeah.
Oh, man, why you gotta put that on me?
Yeah.
I was ready to just burn all the way down to the bottom of the mountain.
You guys mind if I shout some questions your way?
I hope you
Go-
do. I
go
need some
ahead.
distractions here.
All right. So you guys actually, with what you're doing right now, answered Justin from Omaha, Nebraska's question. Will you be able to race skiers against snowboarders? That appears to be yes.
That's a yes.
Turn
definitely.
it, Nate. Oh.
So yeah, you'll be able to go either one. You go head-to-head, border versus border, or skier versus border. And as I said, it's up to you which one you want to use.
You had mentioned at the top of the show that you were using a created border. Andrew Ruperto out of Victoria, British Columbia wants to know, will you be able to map your own face onto the border via iToy or anything?
You won't. What we did was we kept it relatively simple for the game. We really wanted to keep it simple and quick and let you just get into the gameplay. SSX has always been kind of about the quick pace and fun. And having a deep creative character system like Tiger Woods just doesn't make a whole lot of sense in a game like ours. You really don't see your character's face like you do in a game like that, where you got close-ups on the putting green. So what we did is we focused on a quick system to get you in, and then really it's about the style, So it's your outfits and your gear and how you kind of gear your border up or your skier up throughout the career.
I just remembered that I should be using the D-pad, not the analog stick.
Yeah, you want to do your spins and flips.
Yeah, how come you didn't tell me that before we started, Steve?
I'm not doing so hot here either.
You got any more questions,
trees.
Ryan?
There was another question I got here. How is boost earned in this game? Is it based on trick or collectibles?
It's based on both, actually.
geez.
So you can go down and you can do, obviously, a bunch of tricks and get boosts from that. But we've also got boost collectibles throughout the track, which, if you've got a little bit of boost, you collect one of these.
Get on your feet.
Basically can allow you to do the
Oh, that's
monster
brutal.
tricks. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You give me a couple weeks of this game, and it's on. I'm gonna come up to Vancouver and I'm gonna redeem myself because that was embarrassing. That was
86,021.
yeah, only a quarter.
Yeah,
That's not bad. All right, now create a skier, create a border. Let's see it.
Let's we'll back out of here.
I seriously am good at SSX3. I was.
I've seen you play.
I've beaten it. My problem is that, I'm going to be honest with you, and what's great about this game is that it caters to both people who are in it for the tricks and for people who are in it for the racing. And I was definitely more of a racer than a skier.
Yeah, and that's the thing we
Or a
found.
racer.
We found that people are
Trick
so
guy.
trick versus race.
Yeah.
And some people love both, and some people like one or the other. So it kind of goes back and forth. But the key is just to let both people kind of enjoy the game.
So next time we'll race.
We can race.
If we'd
next
race
time.
right there, as you said, like if you notice when I
promise.
asked the question over whether I was going for points or going to beach down the mountain, I was ahead of you at that point.
You were
Racing
You
style,
were.
but I was already down like 80,000 points at that point. So here we are creating a new.
So a new profile. So first selection, obviously male, female. We'll go in. Basically, set them up as a border skier.
We'll go with skiing.
Going with skiing?
Yeah, why not? That is a big arm. I love the art. Do you have an idea of how many like separate drawings have been put in the game?
Hundreds. Yeah, I'm not sure what the final count is, but as they built these screens, they kind of evolved, so layers and layers of art would go into them, and some would come out and others would go in. So it's really kind of evolved, and I would guess per screen there's, you can just see on this screen alone there's multiple pieces. So
this says persona. What are you picking right here?
So basically what you're doing is your persona is basically your kind of personalized icon in the game. So as I cycle through these, you'll see that we've kind of pre-created a character for you. And it's up to you. You can choose. So basically you want to select whatever you think. So I'll go for the snake.
Cool.
Select that pre-made guy. I can go in and edit, basically go edit his height and his size, and just basically modify my character from this point. Again, it's meant to be really quick and just get you into the game as quickly as possible, and get you playing the game itself.
But you can still come up with a bunch of different characters.
Definitely, yeah. You can create a lot of variety, and then once you get into the game itself, you're going to buy a whole bunch of clothing and move from there as well. So.
Facial hair,
give him a nice little goatee there.
Nice. Now, is that a mullet or is that just long hair?
It's kind of a half mullet, I guess.
Kind of a little hockey hair there.
He's got a bit of a hockey head.
And the little guy's dancing on the bottom there.
And so then you're into the game. So it really is meant to be quick and
nice.
accessible. It's not a menu-based thing where you're stuck inside menus for half an hour and trying to cycle through and you get a bit lost in there. It's really meant to be quick and a quick experience. And then once you get into the game itself, you go through all the clothing shops and outfit from head to toe kind of with the latest fashion. So.
Cool. And now I'll ask the equipment room to give the equipment people, they'll give Tim a chance to switch things here for you. Ryan, do you have a question for us?
I do not, actually.
You don't? All right, I'm going to ask the question then.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
There's been some rumors, as I grab this GameCube controller and hand it to you, of a certain character or two or three appearing in the GameCube version of this game. Steve, is Mario in SSX On Tour?
Yes, they are. We're going to have 3 characters in the game, Mario, Peach, and Luigi. All 3 of them are going to be playable. And we're going to give you kind of a sneak peek here.
Nice!
Of the characters in the game.
And of course, I pulled the power cable as I gave you the controller, so we'll have to give it a chance to reset.
Right.
We'll buy
Fire
some time. So as you said, Mario, Luigi, Princess, all in the game?
All in the game and playable, and it's a pretty cool addition. The game itself has always been fun and about fun, and it made a lot of sense to put these characters into the game, and they're pretty cool. They're very cute and kind of fit in nicely with the SSX world after they made their first appearance in Street last year.
Mario can shred.
He can.
We're having the argument before the show with Ryan Davis as to who has the best build for a snowboarder or skier of the 3. He says Luigi. Who are you going with?
I actually like Mario. He's pretty small. He kind of ducks in. He sneaks under trees just because of his height. So it's kind of fun just to play with him.
We'll switch off the screen right here for a second so we don't have to see the cool. There you go. Don't let everyone know the code.
That's okay. These
for
are
when they get
anyway,
the preview version of the game. Oh, you mean the code isn't going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, we're going to probably switch that out.
Oh, okay. And finally,
will the characters only be available by entering the code, or you unlock them, or how do they get them?
They're going to be unlockable right from the start. So basically, you can go in as soon as you want and play with your buddy head to head. So
cool. Let's see them.
So let's go in here. Hold on, I got twisted back. Sorry, I got lost there.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
went down the wrong menu.
That's fine. As long as we get to see our Mario, I'm cool with it. Take your time, man.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We don't have a memory card,
So here we go.
Who we got here in the lower left-hand corner of the screen?
So there's Mario,
nice.
Luigi, and Peach all available. So we'll go in and
Let's
take
see
Mario.
Shred. Now, is this the official world premiere announcement?
This is the first time that...
I'm glad we handled it so smoothly.
Yeah. It's gone without a hitch.
Power of the internet.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll take Mario in, and you'll kind of see him against some of the other riders in our world, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about when you see how cute he is.
But just by adding these 3 characters, that's not all you did. It's not like you took the game and just put them in. Like, the world has changed.
Yeah, we've actually created
them, right?
a little a track basically dedicated to these characters. So you'll see that these guys have their own track that's been kind of done up SSX style with Nintendo. So
Nice. And there's the stars. There's the mushroom.
yeah, little mushrooms,
Now-
so different textures on the tracks.
Can you shoot
and-
fireballs at the riders?
Yeah, no, there's no fireballs, but they do actually each have their own style about them. So
Very cool.
you see, he's pretty cute in the world. He's a lot smaller than our other characters, and
And he can totally shred better than Luigi.
yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm putting it there, Ryan Dave. Oh, good question.
It's a good question. No, we're keeping them straight as they are. So there's no gear that fits the little guy in our shots.
I thought you were telling me to pop my collar right there, so that's why I was so confused. Well, Steve, if people want to learn more about these characters and the rest of the game, where can they come?
They can come right here.
Yes, come back to
Come right
GameSpot
here.
tomorrow. After the show, we're going to sit Steve down. We're going to get a comprehensive interview about the game, about Mario, about Luigi, about Peach. We'll get some nice footage for it. Be a nice standalone thing. You come back tomorrow, we'll tell you all about it. Well, Steve will. Steve, I'd like to thank you for coming by.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
Sorry
for having
about
me
that little
again.
hiccup at the
Yeah,
end there.
no, hey, these things happen sometimes.
That's right.
So.
And so when is SSX On Tour coming out?
SSX On Tour is coming out at the end of October.
End of October for
Yep.
the GameCube, Xbox,
For
and
GameCube
PlayStation 2.
and PSP.
And the PSP at the same time?
PSP will be out slightly behind us, but
Cool. You know what? We're
going to
get when we sit you down for the interview, we're going to get more information about the PSP version.
Cool.
I want to hear about it.
Cool, you got it.
Thanks again, Steve. Right now, though, we're going to move on. Just last night, there was a press event held by Bandai. We got a lot of great coverage, a lot of great footage for a lot of great games. And here's part of an interview that is on the site now, I do believe, for Gundam Seed. Check it out.
Year 70 of the Cosmic Era. Tensions were mounting between Earth and the Zaft organization. Due to the Bloody Valentine tragedy, these tensions suddenly escalated into a full-scale war. It seemed a foregone conclusion that the Earth forces with its superior numbers would be victorious, but these initial assessments proved to be false. Almost 11 months have passed since the conflict began, with no end in sight.
We're talking about Gundam Seed Never Ending Tomorrow. So it's the latest Gundam game to come to the US. Gundam, for anyone that's not familiar with Gundam, the best way to really describe it is that it's the Japanese version of Star Wars. It's been around for more than 25 years. There are a number of different story arcs. So this game follows the story of Gundam Seed, which has been airing on Cartoon Network for the past couple of years. And the Gundam games themselves are so beloved by the fans because they allow you to reenact the storylines from the TV show. So Gundam Seed Never Ending Tomorrow allows you to follow the storyline from Gundam Seed, and the two main characters in that story are Athrun Zala and Kira Yamato. And these two characters, the storyline in the TV show unfolds, and it's very dramatic. And I won't go into too much detail, but essentially the video game, one of the key features is the mission modes, and it allows you to play through more than 30 missions as both of those characters in a variety of mobile suits. We like to keep it authentic, and so as a company we use the same voice actors as they do in the TV series in the video game. And this video game also has more than 30 minutes of cutscenes direct from the TV show.
And we are back. That was some Gundam action. And I've got my good man, Greg Katzman. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
It's good to see you. So you brought some awesome DS action.
Indeed.
In the form of our good friend, the Advance Wars Dual Strike.
Yes, and I'm going to unleash one of the new tag attacks here. This is one of the best games for the DS yet. Came out on the same day as good old Nintendogs, which we're going to have on in a bit. And I guess a lot of people probably know this game already just because it's the third Advance Wars game, and basically these games are real critics' darlings, but pretty much everyone who plays them just really enjoys them. It was just pretty amazing that Nintendo put out this little series of turn-based strategy games, and it came out for the Game Boy originally, so it's like, who could possibly expect that like a little strategy game for a portable system is going to be every bit as good as like, you know, kind of the biggest and best known strategy games out there. But this series is just so addictive and so well put together and just so well designed that I think pretty much everyone who plays it enjoys it, even people who don't normally think that they'd be into this type of game.
You know, it's funny because, like, yeah, I used to love Military Madness way back in the day.
Yeah.
You'd think somebody would have picked up on that before these guys did, but luckily they did at least. And
yeah, it's just got a different approach and tries to ease you into the whole thing. I mean, I think a lot of strategy games have tried to one-up each other by just getting kind of more and more complicated, but Advance Wars just kind of brings it back down to like simpler mechanics, and they're all like pretty intuitive because these units are based on like real-world types of things. You've got like tanks and artillery and aircraft and so forth. So you know, you kind of have a good sense that an anti-aircraft gun is going to do some damage against a tank. So there isn't that, or sorry, against a helicopter. So there isn't that much stuff to kind of figure out, but the game just really eases you into it and has lots of really cool graphics going on in it too. So watch what happens when a bomber takes on a bunch of guys on the ground. Well, basically it drops a bunch of bombs on their heads and they kind of get blown up. And the other guy says, yeah, so no. I actually have, I've got like, 8 different people are involved in this battle. So this is one of the bigger late game battles in the game, and it's not going to sound very fair because I'm actually up against these bad guys in the middle, and I'm these green and red and blue guys all around them, kind of closing in to take them out. Yeah, I mean, this game just has a ton of different modes in it. It adds this new real-time mode. I could just kind of sit here all day and play this one mission, but I could show some of the cool real-time stuff as well.
Okay.
So there's this new real-time mode that's kind of this neat little action game and everything.
While you get to that, let me ask you a question. I've obviously been a fan of the last 2 games as well. I see a lot of familiar units, but it looks like there's some new stuff as well.
Yeah, actually, why don't I? I'm not going to show the real-time thing. Forget that.
Okay.
See if I can win. The coolest new unit is affectionately known as the Mega Tank. And here it is right here.
Oh, wow.
That's that thing it's on the top screen. The top screen shows you kind of your information, and the bottom screen is where the action is. The Mega Tank is just this one big thing that can blow up pretty much any other unit in one hit, but it's slow and it hogs ammo and fuel and stuff like that, so you can't keep it out in the field for too long. So yeah, I mean, the cool thing about this game is that it's just complex enough to be really, really interesting, but not to like bog you down in any details that are boring. It's like all about kind of just really fun, interesting gameplay.
Now, for the folks that haven't checked out your review just yet, what did you actually give this game?
What did I give this game? It got a 9.2. It actually outscored the previous Advance Wars games, which is, considering how good those games are, that surprised me, I think, as much as anybody. You know, it's amazing because they haven't messed with the fundamentals of this series. It still pretty much plays like it used to, but they've just done such a good job of like adding interesting stuff to it and just expanding on a formula that works really, really well, and just turning it into. I think this series is just. It's really one of the new kind of classics out there. I just can't imagine, you know, kind of growing out of this series or getting bored of it at any point.
The one question I have for you from Jason out of Alabama, he wants to know how much Advance Wars, and I've been watching you play, he wants to know how much do you actually use the stylus?
You know, you could use the stylus to move the units around, but I prefer not to, because they just the regular controls like work really well, and I don't know, I find it kind of trickier with the stylus actually. It's it was originally designed for the Game Boy Advance, and oh, you just saw a big giant blob. You're not supposed to see that. That's kind of late in the plot, but yeah, you know, hey, oops, no I just showed you the ending. So you don't need the stylus to play it at all, actually. Though it helps when you're designing your own maps and stuff like that.
Cameron Schneider out of Sacramento, California wants to know, does Advance Wars DS have the classic characters? Do they play a major part in the role? Are they in there? Are the campaign mode?
Pretty much every previous Advance Wars character is in the game, but they're not as central to the story. The story is mostly centered on new characters. So that's kind of cool. It's a really good beginning for people who haven't gotten into this series yet.
Saqib out of the UK wants to know how many COs are in Advance Wars DS, if you know.
Oh man, how many? It's a whole bunch. I think it's like around 20 or something.
Gotcha.
I think it's like 9 new ones on top of all the old ones. So, and every different CO or commanding officer like has his own specialties. So every character you play as like affects all the units and stuff like that. So it's a somewhat of a different gameplay experience no matter who you pick. And then you've got the different combinations of characters too. So that just layers it on real interesting like.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming by, Greg. I really appreciate it.
Sure. Any excuse I get to play more of this game, I'll do it.
Excellent. So you guys are standing by with it, Brian?
Yeah, sure am. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Greg. Brian Eckberg. I knew I forgot to mention one of the demos at the top of the show. What game have you brought by today?
NHL 2K6. We're celebrating the return of hockey.
The return of hockey.
Yes.
I'm sure Steve actually would appreciate this, being from Canada, that
Absolutely.
Here we are, hockey season, back in effect. Brian, there's been a lot of changes to the actual sport. How do those changes translate to the video sport?
Well, you know, first of all, I think I should mention that Mario's in this game, too.
Is he?
Mario Lemieux.
Oh, that's
That's a little joke I just made
terrible.
up. There's lots of...
You did that so I'd screw up.
There's lots of... you know, a lot of the rule changes that are coming place in the real NHL are in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But
you keep talking, I'll score on you.
Yeah, just like yesterday. So, you know, you've got the two-line passes no longer, you know, in effect, and
Finally.
they've got that crazy-looking trapezoid in the back, which you can see I'm skating through right now.
I'll let you demonstrate the trapezoid. Now,
Yeah.
what is the trapezoid?
Well, basically
Brian?
what happens is the goalie can only handle the puck when he's within that trapezoid there. If he goes out on either side of it, he gets called for a penalty, and a team member has to go to the penalty box. So basically it's just looking, I guess it's looking to speed the game up and get the goalie less involved or something. I don't know.
Yes, and the goalie, of course, has much smaller pads. Does that translate to more goals being scored in this game?
Well, in your case, when you score on me, yes, it does. You know, another fun thing that is actually unique to this game is you'll see one of my defensemen back here. I think that's Kyle McLaren. Has a little E under his little.
Does it stand for big jerk?
Actually, it stands for enforcer.
Ah.
Yeah, and that's actually new to the game. What happens is any enforcer, and they're usually defensemen, can, you know, get up on offensive guys and put them into the boards and, you know, really put a hurt into them. And if you do it enough, that forward will become intimidated. And
he'll have an eye?
Yeah, exactly. His stats will go down. So it's basically trying to sort of give you an idea of how defensemen sort of, you know, trying to get defensemen more involved in the game, you know, like how I just put your guy into the net there.
Nice. Now, another unique thing to this game is the passing system. What have they added?
You know, you can still do the same one-timer stuff with the A button, pass over, and then hit the X button for a quick one-timer.
Right.
But they've added a new system, and I don't want to get the name wrong, so I'll just say they've done a new, I think it's called Pro Control Passing.
I'll
or
let you win
like
the
that.
face-off here. So
Yeah, what happens is if you click the R stick, it's like icon passing, and I can click the Y button there, and it'll pull off a pass. If I want to do a one-timer,
there you go.
okay, if I want to do a one-timer, I just tap X quickly. So it's basically a different way of getting your pass and your one-timer controls down.
Now, you can also make it pass among multiple players, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
I mean,
right there,
you can totally cycle.
I'll hit YX right here.
Yep.
And they just did 2 passes.
Yeah,
right
you can
there to
totally.
YX.
It makes cycling a little bit easier, I think. Whether that means people are actually going to cycle the puck and play triangle, I don't know. But
that was your chance.
Yeah,
that was your one chance.
So the weird thing with the system is you have to turn it on every time you lose. It's not like I don't think you can just turn it off and on. You have to sort of switch it on every time you have possession of the puck. So it can get a little bit awkward, and you have to having to do it every time.
Right.
But you know.
So I didn't score on you as I promised.
Right.
But we did show off the new rules.
That's
the
right.
new rules, the new passing.
Right.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something more to this game. Let's look at it right now.
Yeah,
What is that?
one of the things that's so cool about the 2K series is the party mode games, which are really great. You can play them all online. There's a ton of variety to them, and we're taking a look at one called Battle Mode.
Okay.
Which is you have to hit the start button.
Okay.
And I think...
We are both ice girls, by the way.
Yeah.
Andrew Kowalchuk in Drumheller, Alberta wants to know what new features will be introduced in the new NHL 2K6 game. Have we covered all of them yet?
We've covered all of them.
Sweet.
There's also a new play calling system where you can sort of, call Crash the Net on the fly. But that's really not as interesting as the new passing controls and the party games as far as I'm concerned. Basically what happens, we're in this mode here, and each of us are in a zone, and each zone has a number of games that you play. The idea is that you want to win all the games in your zone to progress.
Okay.
So it sort of comes up at random, I think. This one is, I believe we have to...
This is called coin toss.
That's right. I think we have to destroy these canisters and look for the puck.
And how do you destroy them?
With the right stick.
All right, and the red guy just
yeah,
found the puck.
Yeah, the computer
right there.
always beats me at this. The computer is a genius at destroying things.
So there's a bunch of different mini games like this. They go by really quickly,
and they're all playable online. So
really?
Yeah, I believe so. And that's what.
And here's the game board.
Yeah.
So right now, player 3-1. So if they win again, they'll move up their zone to the middle.
Yep. And you have several games to choose from. So if you have a game that you're really good at, and your zone comes up, you choose your game, and you can keep it going all the way to the center, and then you win the mode.
Then you win.
Yeah.
It seems a little difficult to understand.
Yeah, it's
a little tricky to get
I think
used
once
to
you get into it, you understand what's going on. This one's fun because you're just scoring on,
This
just
one I
looking
can handle.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play until one of us scores. Whoever scores wins. How about?
All right.
I'm in green. I am Joe Thornton. You are Sergey, and you just...
Oh, did it? That was me.
You just scored.
That's Fedorov for you.
Yeah, I guess. He's too old to score like that. All right, so we've talked about the rules changes. Here's a good question from Alan, and it might be the same Alan before, from Mississauga.
All right.
Mississauga, sure. He wants to know, will he be able to update his rosters? I just saw Martin Lapointe on the Bruins. That's wrong.
Yeah. And Danny Heatley's a senator now. Lots of, it's crazy these days in hockey. You're definitely going to be able to update your rosters. And, you're going to have to. The online, they're probably going to have more roster downloads than they've ever had before in the history of the series, because who knows what the heck's going on in real NHL.
Can't believe you've been playing this game while we were talking. I put my controller down.
Yeah, I play to win.
All right, I had to put one in there just so I could prove my faith. But Brian, thank you for coming by.
My pleasure.
Is there a preview for this game on the site right now?
There are several.
There are several, and people should read them.
GameSpot Sports.
Nice. Thanks for coming by.
All right.
Up next, as we said last week, we are going to be premiering a series of 5 trailers for Mark Echo's Getting Up Contents Under Pressure. And we're about to show you the second one. Before we do that, I'm going to let you know when we come back from that, Ryan's going to be showing off Nintendogs. And then with Bethany, and then Ryan Davis will be in this very chair playing Capcom Classics Collection with our own Jeff Gerstmann, fresh back from G4. Great?
Awesome.
Brian can't wait. I can't wait. Let's check out Mark Echo's Getting Up right now.
Product not yet rated.
The first pillar of gameplay is graffiti. You're going to learn about all the different mediums of graph culture, not just what you think about when you think of graffiti, not just aerosol art. We'll explore all the mediums of contemporary street art, from markers to aerosol to stenciling to polstering. Graffiti is a global phenomenon. There's no institution that teaches it, no courses you could take to study it, and regardless of what language you speak or where you live in the world, graffiti is the cornerstone in the language of street art. In addition, there's been no other art form that has had the global impact of graph. From informing motion graphics on your favorite music television channel to the advertising direction for mass market soft drink companies. Graffiti is a rich cultural artifact, which despite that is still dismissed as filth by the average person. This game, this story seeks to dispel that and remind us that there is in fact a unique person behind every single unique piece. As someone who considers himself an outsider in this world, I couldn't tell this story effectively without having the help and experience of guys that were really out there doing it. So I sought out the help of many of the world's most relevant graph artists. We've enlisted the support and the art of 60 graph legends from around the globe. Without them and the tremendous source of inspiration they provide to us, this game couldn't exist. The physics of graffiti gameplay is a lot like what doing real graffiti is like. Even though we're not really trying to create a graffiti simulator, we are trying to make it so it's very, very logical and intuitive. One of the challenges that I set out to the team is, how do you make this gameplay fun and gratifying without having a heads-up device or a HUD? I didn't want to find myself playing it and watching some, HUD element, but rather watching the character and train and his success or failure with the piece. Stick up, and you're on your tippy toes doing graffiti. You stick down, and all of a sudden you're in a crouch or catcher's position doing graffiti. If you paint too fast, and you're sticking too fast, and you're getting a failure on your fill where you're going to have to end up going over the piece twice. If you go too slow, you're putting down too much paint and potentially causing drips. Drips will alert, and if you go over kind of the point of no return, the drips remain in the piece and don't let your piece end up crisp. Drips act as a penalty against your rep. Throughout the game, graffiti evolves, your repertoire of art evolves, and you're exposed to new styles. You learn about everything from one-color tags to two-color outlines and throw-ups, all the way to wild style and even character murals. Top to bottom car trains, where you cover a whole full subway car. We joined Train on his journey of getting his rep up, advancing his skills, and going from me to we as he seeks to flip the system on its head, one wall at a time.
And that was more of Mark Echo spitting game about getting up, which is that is the second video of 5 that are exclusive that you'll find here. That one you'll find on the site, I believe, right now. So if you want to see more of that, check it out. If you missed the first one, it'll be there on the game space. But Bethany, you have brought some wonderful little virtual dogs with you today.
Yes, I brought my Nintendogs on the show with me.
Now, for the folks that don't know, you gave this a crazy high score. This along with Advance Wars Dual Strike, both garnered a 9. Did this got a 9 what?
This got a 9-1.
A 9-1. And you've been here playing this for quite some time, and it looks like a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. These puppies are really, they're just so lifelike and so crazy cute and adorable. You just can't help but love these little dogs.
And so, just so the folks know at home, you can see on the top screen, you have named your dogs Jack and
Ubu.
Ubu. After the awesome little ID they used to have after some of those shows, right? Sit, Ubu, sit.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Right
now, Ubu's playing with a pull rope.
Now, you can actually get both of them tugging on either side if you do it right.
Yeah, if I let it go, they'll start playing with each other, but she wants to bring it back to me.
That's
cute little hat.
Is that Jack that's got the cool Mario hat?
This is Ubu that has the Mario hat. You can pick up a bunch of accessories while you're on walks and stuff like that. You can also trade them with friends. So I found this out in a walk. Just kind of lying there. Ubu picked it up and brought it to me, so she gets a cool hat.
So in this one little room, there's a couple different things you can do. You can use the little chew toy to play with them. Mm-hmm. I saw you had like a Frisbee in there.
Yep, you can pull out any number of different toys. You can change the accessories they have on. Like she has the hat right now. You can put on a collar, change what she's wearing, give her a ribbon. Can't quite see. But yeah, I mean, you can play with your dogs in your apartment between walks and stuff like that.
Now, this actually has some practical applications because there was going to be a little competition we were going to show, right?
There was going to be a competition that we're going to show. You can only enter your dogs in so many competitions a day, though. So
we were unable to.
If you've taken them to too many, they can't go. So they can't go out right now, but we can toss the Frisbee in the apartment, and since there's nothing to break.
So that window right there, what are you doing?
Ah, she caught it.
Now.
She's not going to bring it back. Come here. That's a good girl.
Now, the microphone on there, you're telling them to come here and
you can... This microphone doesn't always pick up my voice, but yeah, I mean, you teach your Nintendog its name, the very first thing, you repeat it a bunch of times so they remember it, so if you want, you can call your dog to you by using their name, or you can just tap the stylus on the bottom screen and they'll, like I'm doing it now, they'll turn around and go, hey.
And they're
like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Just bowl them over.
Now,
yeah.
You're going to pull up a bath little action,
yes,
right?
we're going to give Ubu a bath because I think she needs one.
While you do that, I got a whole bunch of questions that are coming in from GameSpot Complete members out there. You mind answering some of those?
Fire away.
Dan in San Diego, he wants to know, can people with the Japanese import version of this play with the U.S. version?
We haven't tried it, and I'm not sure. Can't think of any reason why it
wouldn't work.
Might not work, but I mean, you could give it a try. I haven't heard anything about it.
Right on. So what does this bath do? Do they actually get cleaner?
They get cleaner. They become beautiful. This actually helps out in There's an there's an obedience competition, which tests how well your dog responds to you and does their tricks. If your dog is sparkling clean, it makes a better impression on the judges and you can get a higher score.
Gotcha.
So it's nice to clean them up before they go out.
Our good friend Mark Townsend out in Indiana says, "Hey, what's up, Bethany? How's it going? I picked up Nintendogs yesterday along with my brand spanking new electric blue DS.
Sweet.
And have been spending some time with my new black lab Ivy. With your extensive experience with the game, can you tell me what type of dogs go better with each other? Any combinations I'd be wary of?"
Actually, the breeds themselves, there's a range of personalities that you can get within each breed. So the dogs themselves, when you bring them into the house, they pretty much, dogs that share a house pretty much get along pretty well. So it doesn't matter. You can mix and match like small breeds and large breeds, or active dogs and more timid dogs. The only real difference is some dogs are scared of certain toys that like make noise. Like Ubu will cower from a bark ball while my other puppy will run right after it. So, but they all get along in the apartment, so you can pretty much mix and match anybody you want.
Excellent. So you're saying any DS owner out there should definitely look to pick up some Nintendogs?
Sure, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you once again for coming by.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Now we're going to kick it to our guys over there on the sitting set. I think you guys got some Capcom classics or something crazy over there?
We've got a game, but I got to say, you know, watching Bethany give the dog a bath, I've given dogs baths, and I've never seen, they never behave that well. They always halfway through, they decide to just like, I'm out of here, and just take off out of the bathtub, run through the house.
Covered in soap, and
Yeah, covered in soap, and then there's just like that weird sticky like combination of dog hair and soap and shampoo that gets everywhere, and everything's funky for a while.
That's why Nintendogs are better
That's why
than
Nintendogs
real
is better than real dogs. Absolutely.
I was thinking about picking it up, and I was actually trying to avoid it, but I just canceled my World of Warcraft accounts. Now, with that chunk of time, maybe I can...
You invested that into your fake dog.
My fake dog instead of my fake warrior.
Excellent. Well, let's play some Capcom Classic Collection, Jeff.
Yeah,
You brought this over here. We've got it for the Xbox. It's also coming out for the PS2.
Yes, it is. It'll be out late September, and basically, you know, this is a collection of a lot of Capcom's greatest arcade hits. You know, the company has a long and storied history that goes, you know, all the way back to awesome games like Speed Rumbler and, you know, Ghosts and Goblins and
this is like one of the first classic compilations that Capcom's done. I know that like Namco and Midway have been doing them forever.
Actually, Capcom did a bunch on the Saturn.
Okay.
And of course, I mean, they've been releasing like Street Fighter compilation discs forever.
But not like a broad arcade classics collection.
Exactly. So some of that stuff came out on the Saturn, but this is the first time that we're seeing a lot of it, A, in the U.S., and B, in a form that we can actually play on a modern console.
So we've got all this. We've got this huge list of games here.
Yeah.
We've got tons of games. That's just like going all the way back to the early '80s through the early mid '90s.
Yeah, games like Sun, 1942, 1943, Bionic Commando. But I mean, why don't we just jump into the game that matters?
Okay, we're going to play Final Fight because we love Final Fight. We love the Metro City players.
That's right. The Metro City mayor and his Metro City players.
You know what? I even just want to watch this right. A Metro City, a well-known crime capital. Crime capital, capitalized. Both crime and capital.
Yeah.
A proper name.
It is the capital of crime. When crime happens, chances are the Mad Gear gang is behind it.
Those knuckleheads, Mad Gear.
Is this out? Can I buy this?
No, not yet.
Later this month.
Really?
Soon.
Or no, later next month.
I'm sorry, next month.
End of next month.
In my mind, it's already September.
Yeah, September 27th, I believe, is the actual date. And there's Mayor Mike Hager. He's hanging out. He's on the phone.
He's a busy man. He's a mayor. He's on the phone all the time. He's like, hey, what's going on? You know, Metro City Mayor Mike Hagar would certainly let it snow in Metro City.
You know, this is a pro tip right there. If you pay attention to this segment, you'll know one of the answers to the trivia questions on one of tonight's How to Be a Player episodes, right? For G4?
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
Nice dovetail.
Thank you.
Very good.
Appreciate that.
You know, let's just get into it. Let's beat some dudes up.
So Metro City Mayor Mike Hager's daughter has been kidnapped, which happens to be Cody's girlfriend,
lady friend,
and Guy's just Cody's buddy. It's like, hey, you gonna go beat up some dudes? I'll totally go beat up dudes with you.
So this is totally just the arcade version. This is not the stupid SNES version, which was only a single player. This is full arcade.
All three characters. It's a two-player game.
But now you have a hammer. Something. Oh,
you dropped that guy on my face.
That's what Mike Hager does sometimes. And then he eats hamburgers that he finds in trash cans.
I wish I was the mayor of Metro City.
So that's totally Final Fight. What are the good ones you guys got in there?
Final Fight, dude.
We've got Final Fight for one. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah. It has 3 different versions of Street Fighter 2.
Really?
Yeah, so it's got regular Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, and Hyper Fighting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're actually going to show a little Champion Edition in a minute here, but
first we have to beat up
these
some guys.
gangsters have to pay.
For kidnapping Jessica.
Big bald guy.
Look out for him. He's trouble.
And so does that mean that the arcade versions for Street Fighter as well?
Yep. Orber. It seems that, I mean, I can't confirm entirely, but it seems that most of the games in here are the arcade versions, and they seem, from what I've seen, really accurate.
Yeah, I mean, the game's still in development, so there's a few things here and there that aren't quite right, and you'll see when we show Street Fighter 2, it actually has loading times.
That's crazy.
Completely crazy.
That is
and
pretty crazy.
Hopefully they'll fix that, because that's no kind of good. Yeah, I mean, now that we're beating up on Damned here, the
action's just getting hotter in Metro City. Oh, powerbomb, nice.
He's going to whistle and call for help here. Oh, that guy totally stuck me with a knife. Uncool.
No, it's really uncool when the guys with the fire show up. That's when it gets really busy. I'd forgotten about the fact that you can just beat the hell out of the other player in this game as such, like that.
Yeah.
Thank you for showcasing that.
No problem. Just do my part. But see, you can't hit me with your special.
Oh, okay.
I can hit you with just regular, like, with a special.
So you shouldn't say anything, that special drains his life, right? So,
yeah, it does. Well, to a point, but I'm already bottomed out.
And it only drains life if you land hits with it, I think.
Okay.
So. Anyway,
all right.
Final Fight.
Final Fight. It is Final Fight. We love Final Fight. That alone makes this package awesome.
Yeah. So Final Fight, but then why don't we're going to get into
Can we cut to this loading screen where we have the spinning Zangief, which is
when we
totally
load up
awesome.
the game here, loadable Street Fighter.
Little Champion Edition.
How many
There's
games
Zangief. Look at him. He's like hanging out. He's like, check me out. I'm spinning.
I'm spinning a little bit. He's spinning kind of slow here, but then he'll just speed up. Apparently not.
How many
much
games
spinning
total?
that
Do you
one.
know?
Lots.
It's over 20.
Oodles.
I believe. It's a good number. It's definitely more than you expect in a compilation package like this.
And are they going to sell this for like a $50 price? Or?
Oh, dude, don't make me play you.
Something. I'm actually not sure what the price is.
I can't play you in this, dude. This isn't going to be fun.
Quick Street Fighter.
All right.
And the weird thing is they built in the arcade versions of Street Fighter obviously didn't have versus mode or training mode, but they went and built this stuff in. So you're still kind of getting the arcade game, but you're getting the modes you would actually expect. And there was that loading screen that you would expect from a home version of Street Fighter also. So it's kind of a best of both worlds thing.
Yeah, this is going to go poorly. I should have had you play against the computer because I don't know if you know this, but I am terrible at Street Fighter, as evidenced by that round there.
I hit you. So, okay, Street Fighter.
There's a little Street Fighter. Oh, there's a spinning Zangief super fast.
Spinning Zangief. So, there you go.
That's a taste.
Classics. You know, that's a taste of it. And
those are 2 definite Capcom classics.
Yeah, and we've got a full list of all the games in the collection on the site, and you can check it out. It's,
Preview
it's
is coming up today.
Screenshots and video of a lot of the games. Cool stuff.
Very cool. Thanks for coming, Jeff.
Yeah, no problem.
Speaking of poor segues, Rich Gallup was recently emceeing an event for Intel. Rich, what was this thing? What did you do? You were there were cars. We'll show it. Here, check it out. Watch it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Game On competition. This is round 2 of the Ultimate Geek Contest, and if anyone hits me with their card, they are automatically disqualified. My name is Rich Gallup. I work for GameSpot. I am the host of our live weekly show On the Spot, and today we have 10 lucky finalists who are competing for the right to win their own Mini Cooper.
And that was a lot of fun.
That was classy.
Now, basically what it was is a few months ago at the Intel Developers Forum, which happens in the Moscone Center a couple blocks away,
yeah,
they had a competition. It's called the Ultimate Geek Competition. if you recall correctly, we gave away some T-shirts that says "Not a Geek, 100% Geek."
Right.
All right, and I emceed a gaming competition there, and the winner moved on to 5 winners moved on to round 3, and they played for the right to win like a $10,000 camera and a Segway.
Right.
So this year, a few months later, fast forward to yesterday, where they had another Intel Developers Forum here in San Francisco. They invited me back for another Ultimate Geek competition, and this time, round 1 again was the trivia, and round 3 they had to construct like a laptop, a desktop, and a server, and get them to communicate with each other against the clock and score other people. But my round in the middle, round 2, it was totally an RC car race.
Little tiny mini
Coopers, and they raced, and it was a lot of fun, and there was a good turnout. And I'm actually going to give away right now these swank hats. There's 3 of them. They say, "Are you geek enough?" They're nice.
They're hats.
Yeah. So first 3 GameSpot complete members. Using the form you see at the bottom of the page, you give me a full name, full mailing address, and type in it, "Yes, I am geek enough!" !
That's key, the exclamation point.
Yeah, the first 3 people who do that win a hat.
Look at these hats.
That's great.
We've got other cool stuff to give away.
We do. I want to say hi to Jeff and Ryan. I haven't been able to talk to you guys in a while, or Jeff actually. Jeff, welcome back.
Good to be back.
We're
on the run, man. We're on the lam over here. That's why you don't see us around.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's us and Dwight Gooden. We're out there making it happen.
Hey, Dwight Gooden turned himself in today.
Yeah, well, he's taking the fall, so.
That's nice. So basically, Jeff, you just got back from being on G4. What were you doing down there?
Yeah, I went down there, and I was a guest co-host for the week on their live show, Attack of the Show, which you saw a little bit last week here, right?
We tried linking up with you guys.
You know,
there's some problems.
It's like a crossing the streams,
technology,
Ghostbusters kind of thing. Technology, none of that
science.
Stuff.
It's fun on our end.
It's like it's like the technical challenges of doing like one live show. It's when you try to interface it with another one. It doesn't go.
It was outrageous.
Yeah, but however, there's other stuff going on with GameSpot and G4. What's that?
Cinematech.
What's Cinematech?
Cinematech is a regular show on G4 that GameSpot has co-produced 4 episodes of. 2 of them aired last night. 2 more airing tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
That's right.
You catch
and there
both
are reruns
episodes
as well.
Back to back, and then there's going to be reruns at 10:30.
All kinds of reruns.
11, right?
Is it 11?
It was 10:30 last night. I think it's 11 tonight.
There's reruns. Just watch a lot of
They
G4.
rerun that stuff a lot, so it'll be on a bunch of times. But watch the premiere. You got to be there first. You need to be there
especially if you have a Nielsen box.
So there's 4 of them.
3 thumbs up. Season pass.
Last night we saw 1998, the greatest year in gaming.
Yeah.
You guys were all on there, all 3 of you.
That's right.
I was on vacation, and we also saw the Women's Liberation Front, where our own Bethany was there.
Yeah, Bethany was there,
and Carrie was there. And I'm gonna say, they threw it down on you guys.
Did.
No.
It
was so awesome. Yeah.
Oh no! When they were filming it after they were done, we're like, oh, we have to step up our game real bad.
And did you?
I think so because I'm going to say I think How to Be a Player, which is one of the episodes tonight, it's the first episode tonight, is going to be the best episode.
That not the movie starring Bill Bellamy and Lisa Turtle?
No, that's no. But
totally different.
It is an homage to Fastlane. They're going to be part of the whip set on G4.
Jeff, we got to get that Hollywood out of you.
Sorry,
we're going to have to put you in the box for a little bit, a couple hours. It's cool. But Ryan, what do we got going on the site right now?
There's this crazy thing, basically right after the show. Is it 5 o'clock yet? Because at 5 o'clock,
it's 5 o'clock? It's like 6. This show's been going forever.
At 5 o'clock, whether it is or not, at 5 o'clock, there's going to be a page that opens up and allows people that are into Counter-Strike Source to register for a tournament that's going to happen actually this weekend.
Game
Saturday.
Center.
I'm sorry, yeah, Game Center. It's going to be a Game Center sponsored tournament. There's like crazy people that win. They actually win prizes like Best Buy gift certificate cards and all kinds of stuff.
There's $2,000 in prizes.
Money. $2,000, yeah, $2,000 in prizes. And basically, yeah, you got to be there. Like right now, you should be registering kinda because there's only 40 slots. They're gonna go quick. That's 8 teams. And so then this weekend at 9:30 on Saturday, they're going to be starting the first matches. They'll go down to 4 teams, and then on Sunday it's the semifinals and the finals. We're going to be webcasting it all live. Saturday we're going to do a little Source TV, which is basically a little AI. You'll see that, and then on Sunday we're going to try to do a little, commentary and get in front of the camera and talk about the match and see how it goes.
Competitive gaming.
I believe you made a trailer for it.
I did actually, yes.
Toss it to it.
All right, so check out this Counter-Strike Source trailer.
Ooh, there it is.
The most popular online multiplayer game in history is on Game Center. And this weekend, GameSpot is hosting a 2-day CS Source tournament with $2,000 worth of prizes up for grabs. The first round of tournament matches begin this Saturday, August 27th at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific, and continue on Sunday, August 28th at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific for the semifinals and final match. So be sure to check back here this weekend to see live video coverage of the matches as they happen, only here on GameSpot.
So as Ryan said, you have to be a Game Center.
You have to be a Game Center member to play. If you're not registered, register now. Game Center is totally awesome. It is great for your online competitive gaming. If you're Counter-Strike Source, if you're UT 2004, if you're Battlefield 2, if those are your games, if that's your drug of choice, get with Game Center.
You should actually check the official rules page though, because there are some like regions that are restricted and stuff like that. So
check the page.
Check the page.
Take a look.
Best of luck to you. We'll see how you do. Hey, let's give away some stuff.
Do you want to give away some stuff?
Yeah, as I said, there's a Bandai event earlier this week. We probably shouldn't hold the bag up because it's really bright, but we can hold up the stuff that's in it.
Bandai makes anime games.
Makes anime games, so we have like mouse pad. We got a leather book for Zatch Bell.
I've got a couple of DVDs. I've got a Gundam Seed.
Giant Shonen Jump book.
That's pretty much the size of Shonen Jump.
Is it?
So we've got a bunch of anime swag. We're going to roll these up into 2 big packages.
Have you seen the One Piece? Have you seen One Piece?
None at all.
All right, I'm a cartoon aficionado. Has anyone seen One Piece?
Bethany's seen One Piece.
Has. All right, so basically, I'll give any cartoon a shot, and I'm going to say One Piece kind of drew me in a little. I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but why is because the intro song is like the most awesomest bad rap ever about pirates and crazy anime stuff. So
is it anything
I
like the
recommend
Flying Fighting
out the
Foodons?
intro.
No, but apparently they neuter the heck out of it in the U.S.
Yeah, they did. But just watch the intro. That's all I'm saying. So we're going to give away. We have these 2 bags that we can't hold because they're too bright. All the bags have the stuff we just said. I think we only have one One Piece bandana.
But we've also the other one's got like a One Piece card set, and then there's 2 DVDs in each of these bags. How do you want to do it?
First 2 GameSpot Complete members who use the form at the bottom of the page and say what, Ryan? I'm putting it on you.
You're going to put it on me?
Yeah. Actually, no, I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. We have coverage up from the Bandai event. There's another game that we did not talk about. I believe it's for the PSP that's based on an anime movie that you should have seen. And I want to know what the name of that movie is.
That sounds good.
That's a good question. Yeah, first 2 GameSpot Complete members to do that will win themselves.
Crazy swag.
Crazy swag.
You stumped me.
I don't think there's any swag from that game I just talked about. But
there's not a drop.
There is not a drop. But, all right, one more thing we're going to talk about. Let's talk about the hotspot. Jeff, you hosted it this week because I was off at Intel.
That's right.
What happened on the hotspot this week?
Well, the hotspot, I mean, obviously the Xbox 360 price has been announced, so we talked a little bit about the bundling of that stuff and a handful of other interesting news items. For me, it's like the Halo movie, but for me the big thing is the Xbox 360 price because I actually pre-ordered one.
I can't believe that. Is so much money.
$777 and change for overnight shipping to California from that EB bundle, and those GameStop bundles are even crazier.
Because you have to. There's the warranty is in it, and there's like
it's like the GameStop $1,200 bundle has like 12 games in it. Is that system even going to ship with 12 games alongside it?
No.
Maybe.
We'll see. Maybe. I hope so.
Yeah, so the crazy thing about the bundles is that they're trying to sell you games that no one knows if actually are going to be ready for launch or not.
Like Call of Duty 2 and...
that probably will be. I mean, it's coming out of the PC.
Elder Scrolls.
But like
and
Gun, Oblivion.
Oblivion
some of that stuff. It's anyone's guess at this point. Maybe the retailers know something we don't.
But if you want to know more about Jeff's opinion and several other GameSpot editors, I believe it's Alex, Carey, and Bob. Check out the Hotspot, which is our weekly feature. There's a podcast, MP3s. Download them. Get on iTunes.
Technology.
Rank it. It's all coming together. We're building
information.
Establishing for verticals. That's what we're doing. Check it out. Hotspot every Wednesday.
You can find it on the homepage right now. It's all over the site. Go check it out.
One other thing I want you to do is I want you to call us and leave us voicemails. GameSpot Complete members, let's pop up the number right there. 1-877-506-8324. Call that if you're a GameSpot Complete member. Tell us your name. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your GameSpot Complete name. And then ask us a question and we'll read the voicemail. We'll read it. We'll hear the voicemail here on the show.
Or just say something nice. I could just use some compliments.
Yeah, 1-877-506-8324. I can read. It's right there.
It's perfect.
That's great.
Great show.
Anything else? It's a great show. Jeff, thanks
guys,
for
how you doing?
man.
Yeah.
Hollywood Jeff Gerstmann, everyone.
I'll be in my trailer.
Ryan, good show today, man.
You too, man. Thanks.
I'd like to thank Ryan Davis as well for another good
Thanks.
show. I'd like to thank Bethany for coming by.
Yes.
I'd like to thank Greg for coming by. I'd like to thank Brian for coming by. I'd like to thank Steve Anthony coming all the way here from EA Canada.
Big props to
show
Steve.
Off SSX On Tour. He's going to be sitting in that seat in just a moment. We're shooting an interview with him, so come back tomorrow and see that. And we will all be back right here next Thursday on The Spot. Thanks for watching.